And it's going to be a little bit wiggly.
Are you a couch potato? Are you a couch potato? I think everybody's a couch potato nowadays. But did you know that according to the American Heart Association, 1 in every 3 deaths is related to cardiovascular disease? And today that's what I'm going to talk to you about. I'm going to talk to you about ways to prevent this from happening to you. The great American inventor, Thomas Edison, once said, "The doctor of the future will give no medicines, but will interest his patients in the care of the human frame, in diet, and in the causes and prevention of diseases." So see, even 100 years ago, back in Thomas Edison's day, the American people had a good idea that a healthy lifestyle was the way to go. But still today, heart disease is the leading cause of death in the United States. It really doesn't have to be that way though. There are some people with a predisposition to heart disease, and there's just not really a whole lot of things they can do about those. These are called non-modifiable risk factors. Those things are stuff like your age, your gender, your race, or just the fact that you have a family history of cardiovascular disease. But there are some modifiable risk factors that you can take care of today, and those are the things I want to talk to you about. Whether you're 20 or you're 60, if you start today in improving your health and just taking on a healthier lifestyle, you can greatly improve your chances of avoiding heart-related diseases such as coronary artery disease, congestive heart failure, heart attack, and even stroke. So I hope you're all asking me, how can I do this? Because I'm fixing to tell you. 4 things that I know of that you can do is, number 1, don't smoke and don't use any tobacco products. Increase your activity and exercise, implement a heart-healthy diet, and get regular health screenings. So let's talk about that tobacco for just a second. According to the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, people who smoke compared to non-smokers increase their risk for coronary artery disease by 2 to 4 times. So tobacco products cause significant damage to the heart and the blood vessels in your body. Tobacco causes the blood vessels in your body and around your heart to narrow and constrict. This is something known as atherosclerosis. So basically what you do is you have your blood vessel that your blood needs to get through. Blood carries oxygen and nutrients to your body, especially your heart. Your heart takes 70% of the blood and the oxygen that is in your body goes to your heart to keep it pumping effectively. So if you smoke and you narrow those arteries, then less blood is going to be able to get through there. And over time, when you wear out these arteries, by the time it's said and done, you haven't gotten enough oxygen to your heart, part of your heart dies, and ultimately ends in a heart attack. Something else that's really important to keep up with is to obtain regular health screenings. This will help you and your healthcare provider to keep an eye on the areas that correlate with cardiovascular disease, such as your blood pressure and your cholesterol. These are 2 very important areas that you should keep an eye on. A normal blood pressure is 120 over 80 millimeters of mercury. So by monitoring your blood pressure, you can be able to see if it deviates in any way. And if it does, then you and your physician can intervene with medications if necessary, or just simple lifestyle changes that you can have to decrease that blood pressure. Cholesterol levels need to be monitored as well. You have something called HDLs. These are your high-density lipoproteins. This is your good cholesterol. This is the cholesterol you want in your body because it's your fiber. And you've got LDLs. These are your low-density lipoproteins. That's the bad cholesterol. That's that cholesterol that deposits in those arteries. So like I told you, you've got an artery and the blood's trying to get through there, and say that you eat a really bad diet and you're depositing fat inside of these arteries, well, now you've obstructed it. You've got something in there. It's like having paste in there or something. And you smoke, so guess what? It's obstructed, and now you've narrowed it. So you have decreased your blood flow by that much more. Cholesterol can be controlled. You get this cholesterol through your diet. So if you control your diet, if you have a healthy diet and an exercise program, then this has been proven. Because the number 1 way to decrease the bad cholesterol and to increase that good cholesterol is exercise. So now let's talk about the healthy diet and exercise program. A healthy diet consists of eating foods that are low in fat, cholesterol, and salt. That's obvious. Everyone always tells you low fat, low cholesterol, low salt because of swelling and everything else that goes on, which increases your blood pressure. So you want to have a diet that's rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and low-fat dairy products. Those things are ideal. Those things that you want to stay away from is all the things everybody loves. That's going to be red meat, dairy products, cheese, oils, deep fried, fast foods, no going to McDonald's, those baked goods, and those Little Debbie snack cakes. Those will do it to you every time. Anything that's going to be high in sugar, all these things you're going to want to stay away from. But if you'll just watch your labels, whenever you're buying these products in the store, if you'll just watch your labels, just turn them over on the back and take a look at the back of them and just look and see just how much of all of those things are in there, and that way you can keep a track of your daily intake. According to an article in the U.S. News Weekly conducted by the Mayo Clinic, a person wishing to obtain a heart-healthy diet should keep their daily intake of saturated fat between 7 and 10%. Trans fat less than 1%, and sodium intake needs to stay between 1,500 and 2,300 milligrams. This is daily. So along with this healthy new diet, you want to improve your exercise and activity level. In an article on healthline.com that I read, and it was reviewed by cardiologist Dr. George Kruchik, physical inactivity is at the top of the heart disease risk factor list, which 53% of the U.S. adults report. That means that 53% of adults in the United States they're just inactive, they're sedentary, they do nothing as far as physical activity. And I know, if y'all are thinking, oh, I gotta run out there and get that gym membership, and I gotta go to the gym, and nobody has time for that. But really, you don't have to run out there and get that gym membership. There's things that you can do. I mean, take a nightly walk. If you like to garden, if that's something you enjoy doing, garden. If you want, housework, that's a good way to get moving. Get up and play the Wii with the kids, or get outside and play with the kids. Those are good ways. Those are good places to start. But always, you just want to be sure and discuss any activity plan and exercise plan that you have with your physician first. Just be sure that they agree that it's appropriate for your current health condition. So now that you know some of these things that you can do to improve your health, I challenge you to take control of your life and add years to your life with this newfound knowledge. One very important quote that I found is by Dr. Fabrizio Mancini. The greatest miracle on earth is the human body. It is stronger and wiser than you may realize, and improving its ability to self-heal is within your control. So take control now and live a healthier lifestyle today. Thank you.